Hello guys, my name is Pavel Oskorp. I'm the founder and the developer of QuickAdminPanel.com, a tool to generate your Laravel admin panel. And today we have a demo of a project that can be created with QuickAdminPanel. I hope it will be quick, as the title says, but we'll see. It will be an actual demo of generating the project and then adding some custom code. And here you see an example of the project that we will be creating. It's an appointment calendar, appointment system for any massage salon or any company that have schedule, like schedule, employees, clients, and appointments. It can be generated with QuickAdminPanel with help of some custom Laravel code on top of it. So here you see the result. Now we go to generate it. Here I am in my QuickAdminPanel dashboard and I can create a new project. Let's call it appointments. We can choose Laravel version, date format, design theme, and language, but I'll leave it as default ones. And the system creates a new project online, so it's not any package or anything like that. It generates actually Laravel code. And here you are in your Laravel admin panel. You can choose modules, you can go wherever, but I will show exactly what we will do with appointments. To have appointments, we need, let's go back to our demo, we need some menu items here. So we need to manage clients, then we need to manage employees, then we need to manage their schedules or working hours, and then we can manage appointments. So user management and change password things come by default with QuickAdminPanel, so we don't need to create that. You have users and roles, but let's assume for our project that we have one user and one role, just administrator of the system, company manager, and we create more menu items. And let's start with clients. We go to menus, we create CRUD menu item. For those who don't know, CRUD stands for create, read, update, and delete. So basically managing the whole entity, the whole object. And we go CRUD title, clients. So we want to manage clients. There are some more like checkboxes and things here. We choose an icon. Let's choose, from what I remember, user stands for FA user, like person, client. And then we add fields. What fields we need for the client. Text-based field first name, for example, which will be optional and nothing more to change. Then another field called last name, and then we might want to save the phone number by person, so phone of the client, and field type email with name email. Yeah, everything optional, let's put it this way. And then we save our CRUD. In the background, system is generating all Laravel files, as it says here. It generates MVC, models, controllers, views, routes, and everything in between. And here you see new menu item clients generated online again. At any given point of time, you can check your Laravel files. So by clicking View Laravel Files, you see actually which files have been generated. So for example, now we generated clients, and here we are at clients controller. Basically, you can view controller or view file at any time. Let's get back to here, and let's create second menu item called employees. I think, yeah, we have employees. So create another CRUD menu item, employees. I don't know, for example, suitcase from where I remember. Yep, let's put it suitcase icon in employees, and let's repeat basically the same thing. Client and employee, we still need first name, last name, phone, and let's put email here too. Email here. Email. Yep, and let's create that CRUD, and it should create a new menu item on the left. We will see now in a few seconds, and also generate again the files that are related with employees object. Actually, you can see the generated files here. You see 3, but you can view here, view all the related files, including migrations, some maybe composer, dates, routes, and stuff like that. And here you see menu item employees. Actually, let's test it. So for clients online, we can add new client. For example, client testing, phone, and client.com, for example. Save. So you can actually test your admin panel online without downloading, without any deploying or anything like that. So we have one client, and let's test if our employee CRUD works. So employee first, phone is irrelevant, and employee example.com. Save. Okay, so we have one client and one employee. Moving on with our project, and we have clients and employees now. Now we need to manage working hours. As here in the final example, there is a menu item working hours with a calendar. This we will do in two steps. First, we will create CRUD, like simple table to manage hours, and then we will turn it into a calendar. So let's create a new menu item called working hours. Working hours. We can add spaces here, no problem. The system will generate underscores automatically. Let's put hours. Okay. This one or this one, doesn't matter. And here we need belongs to relationship with employee, right? So we put employee, relationship model, employees, and fields we need first name and last name in the table. Finish. Then we need a date. So every working hours entry will be from to per one date. Here I will show you how. So we have a date picker, and we have two time pickers, basically from and to. Time picker, so start time on that date, which is required actually, required and not nullable, and I will have to do the same here. Required and not nullable for every field. Required. Okay, so start time and end time, or finish time. Let's call it finish time. And that one will be optional actually. And we create CRUD. So this CRUD will allow us to add entries per employee per day. So for example, for working hours, we will be able to add choose employee, which we have now, date, for example, tomorrow, start time at 9 a.m. and finish time, let's put it 5 p.m. Done. Okay, so we have a table, and then actually let's put more entries here for the same employee, like Friday here and Monday. Let's put 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. Okay, and now our goal is to turn that into a calendar, and actually that requires custom coding. Which we will do after downloading. So the thing with QuickAdminPanel is that we have all the CRUDs generated online, then we download the project, and then we have Laravel code. So for now, let's stick with default working hours CRUD, and let's move on with other menu items, which we will then enhance later after downloading. So after working hours, we actually can generate appointments. So new menu item, again, go to menus, go appointments, we choose calendar here, and for appointment we need belongs to relationship with the client. So client, relationship model clients, and we need first name, let's put last name, phone name, and email in the table. Then we need employee. So belongs to relationship, so which employee will work with that client. Employee relationship model employees, again first name, last name. Then we need date and time, so start of the appointment, start time, and possibly finish time, maybe we need that. Finish time, optional. and maybe some description, long text or comments. Let's call it comments. Finish and close, and actually let's change the validation to required. So client is required, employee is required as well. Start time is also required, finish time is not, and comments is not required. Okay, and let's save CRUD. It's creating all the files related to that appointments CRUD, and we have a new menu item here, appointments. So for example, we can create appointment for client, for employee, start time, for example, tomorrow 9, finish time tomorrow at noon, and then our new appointment. Let's say that, and we have our entry in the table. Basically, that's it. That's the things that we can generate online, and then to move it to calendars, that will be custom code. So what we'll do now is we download the AdminPanel project. Here there is a button, download AdminPanel. It will generate the archive. Here are some instructions how to install it locally, but after unarchiving it, I'm unarchiving it now, it will look as usual, familiar Laravel project with all the MVC files, routes, app folder, composer, JSON, and all of that. So all we need is to install it locally now. The next thing I'm going to show you is how to use the admin panel that we have downloaded. So here I am in my local folder called Q1. I've prepared for it, so I've configured the homestead locally and put the domain q1.dev to point to that folder, and I've opened the project in PHP Storm as well. So here in PHP Storm you see just usual Laravel things with a few additional libraries. This one is for forms, and this one is for working with images. We might actually not even need it for this project. So as you can see, there's no QuickAdminPanel here. We don't use our package, anything. We're not forcing to use our package. We just generate fresh Laravel code. So to use the project, all we need to do is put our .env file, and I've prepared that as well. So I have our database configured, and let's clear here, and we run composer install. So after downloading the project, it doesn't download vendor folder, but it downloads composer JSON, which will actually install all the libraries. So meanwhile, while it's installing, let's see what our project has. So in the app folder, you see everything that we have generated online. So model like appointment, for example, appointment with client ID, or like actually let's start with client. So simple model for clients with fillable fields, and for that we also have generated database migrations and also resource files like views, admin, clients. So to manage clients, there is a list of clients, and there is like create form, edit form, and show page if you need it. Then we even have the seeds. So everything we've generated online comes as seeds. So database seeder will call all our seeds. Let's see how our composer is doing. Pretty good. The final stages. Okay, so we have basically everything you need, and that's actually Laravel code. There's no QuickAdminPanel here. You can continue with your own custom code with Laravel, and you can put any code in there. We don't put any restrictions. So generating files. Actually, my MacBook is starting to make some sounds because the composer thing is actually using CPU, and it's actually updating the PHP Storm, indexing new files because the vendor folder will have like additionally like 20 megabytes or so of code. So what we'll need to run is composer install, then key generate, and then artisan migrate with seeds. Final command is optimize. PHP Storm, actually, yeah, it shows that it's okay, and it's probably gonna end in 5 seconds or so. And then we'll run a few more commands and see our project. Come on, it doesn't take that long. I'm shooting video here. Right, okay. Let's see again. Client seeds. So client seed will actually save the same value that we've generated online. That's what I wanted to show you. Okay, we're good. Next is artisan key generate. We'll generate new key for us, and then artisan migrate with seeds. So it will actually run those migrations and seeds. Let's look at our database in SQL Pro. So here we go. We have one default user, admin with password, and then we have clients, appointments, and all those things. Default Laravel things, migrations, password resets, users, and our tables. And let's see how it actually looks in our browser. q1.dev. Come on. q1.dev, login. We log in with admin, password. And there you go. So basically, that could be actually it. That could be the end of this video. So you've generated the project online, you've downloaded it, and you have all the clients, employees, all the calendars, and then you can work from here. But the next thing, what I will show you is how to add custom code to generate calendars for more convenient managing of the appointments. So next, let's turn this table of working hours into this calendar view. For that, we will use a library called Full Calendar, which is really popular JavaScript library. And to use that, we go into our view file, into our blade file. Let's close other files that it wouldn't interrupt. So in working hours index blade file that was generated for us, we don't need the table anymore. We delete the table and we copy the code for the calendar. I've prepared that actually from another generator. And we copy the code into the content section. So we add CSS for full calendar. You can actually add that to some header or footer, whatever you prefer. But I will just add it here for simplicity. And in JavaScript, we add the JavaScript library. We don't need these anymore. JavaScript library of full calendar, and then we add all the working hours. So here we have blade loop, and we will change that to working hours as hour, for example. And what do we need for every working hour? We don't need any if, we don't have any due dates. Title will be our employee first name and our employee last name. Start will be just our start time, and finish, from what I remember, will be our finish time. And to edit that, we will have route of admin.workinghours.edit with parameter our ID, and we don't need any of these things. Okay, and yeah, let's launch our page now. It should show the calendar, I hope. Yay! No, actually wrong. Why is it doing that? Start and finish. Something is wrong here. Start time and finish time. It shouldn't be every day. So basically in May there should be only one entry. Let's check our code in JavaScript. Events, employee first, start finish. Oh, of course. Start time and finish time is only time. How our date and time. Our date time. Reload that. Now it's good. Except for It's not finished, it's probably end. Actually, it doesn't matter. I think what we need here is default view. Default view, I think it's called agenda week, from what I remember. If not, we will go to for calendar to Google it. Yes, I guessed it by memory. So yes, so here we have ready calendar for a week. So we have employee first working from 9 to 5 on Friday, and if we move next week, it will be another day. So here's basically everything we need for a full calendar for employees week. What else can we add is filter by employee. So for example, in my online version generated, I can choose the filter, but I'll leave it to you as a homework. You can just add a drop down with all the employees, add a parameter, then force it to use the get parameter in URL and then parse it in your query. So here's how the full calendar looks for the working hours in our project. And there are probably a few more things that we can add to our application. So the actual calendar of appointments, but that will be almost the same logic as working hours calendar. You basically add full calendar code, you put your events in for each loop, and it will show all the appointments. So I will leave it to you as homework as well. And now let's recap what we've done here. We've used QuickAdminPanel generator to generate our main Laravel code as CRUD by CRUD. First, of course, we need to think about our database structure, what we actually need. For that, I would use just pen and paper or just some Evernote or any note-taking app. So we create database online and CRUDs online, then we download the project, and then we can easily add some custom Laravel code to change our tables. Tables, calendars, you can also change like table views. So view 1, I'll actually show you. So in clients view, you can change, so first name and last name can be one column if you want, or stuff like that. So again, our QuickAdminPanel is not in your way to change anything. You don't need to learn any syntax. You don't need to use any packages. You just have generated Laravel code and you go from there. So that was a quick demo of small appointment application with QuickAdminPanel.com. I hope it convinced you, and see you in the next videos.